So a quick PSA for those of you who are watching Vixen the animated series, that each episode, and there's only 6 episodes, each episode is going to be 5 minutes long, making a total runtime of 30 minutes. And I know, it's short and it sucks. I'd rather have it, be roughly like a little bit longer, like maybe 6 to 10 minutes, because, having 1 minute of credits for, like, people who aren't even in, like, the animated series yet, like, it blows, because essentially this was just, like, 4 minutes of, character building and action that we've somewhat already seen. But moving on to my review of this first episode of Vixen, I thought it was, pretty decent. It wasn't, like, super bad. It wasn't, like, awesome-tacular, but, it was pretty good. I understand what they're trying to do. They're trying to set up as much as they can within 5 minutes, or rather 4 minutes, and, it's kind of hard to do that, especially when you have such a big universe to expand on. And what I mean by that is that Vixen alone, she brings this whole magical and mystical aspect to her character into the CW verse. But, there's also Constantine in there as well. But, mostly her, before Constantine was out, it was mostly her. So her and Constantine are bringing, like, this mystical aspect to the CW verse. And, it's a lot to carry. But for the most part, I don't have any issues with the animation. The animation, like the character designs, I believe the same person who did the Young Justice character designs when that was still airing, where was doing character designs for this show. So I don't have any problems with the animation. Only thing that really looks weird is probably, like, trying to, like, animate Stephen Amell's face into, like, a cartoonish form, which I don't think it's physically possible anymore, but, it's whatever. But I think my biggest issue is the way that they're storytelling. Now, I understand why they're doing it, because, like I said earlier, they're trying to cram as much as they can, within these, like, this 4-minute time frame, but, they're just, like, spoon-feeding you, like, the plot, essentially, which I feel like if you're trying to tell, like, a good story, that's not how you tell one. It's like, they're like throwing, like, straight, like, snowballs at your face that, that the necklace that she's wearing is super important. Also, the whole identity line that they had when they were at the diner, I feel like was just like, she has identity issues here, eat it all up. It was, I feel like if someone actually had identity issues, they don't try to, like, point it out. Like, they're still trying to find themselves, so why would they point it out and all that whatnot? Like, I feel like she just, like, someone, like, realistically just wouldn't say that out loud. And to be honest, there's not much else to talk about, dude. In fact, the first minute was all action, and we have seen most of it in, like, the trailers and the previews and all that whatnot. But, in the other, like, 3 minutes, it was just, building Vixen as a character, like, Marie McCabe, just building her as a character, understanding who she is, and, how she grew up and all this whatnot. But I do believe that if Vixen does really well, which I hope it does, because I honestly would rather see Vixen on, like, live action, like on Arrow or The Flash, which makes me wonder, why didn't they just bring her in that way? Because if you guys remember back in season 2 of Arrow, they brought in Barry Allen, then he became Flash, he had his own TV show, they also brought in, at the Atom, Ray Palmer in season 3, and they brought in Firestorm in season 1 of Flash, introducing heroes that way, because I feel like that's more efficient than doing this, because I feel like you won't get to know the character as much. I understand that, they're trying to build her, like, in a totally new city, but, I just would rather have it, like, the usual way rather than this kind of new way. Though it is pretty cool that the voice actress for Vixen, Megalyn, I believe her name is, if Vixen is ever to be portrayed in live action and, do a crossover with Arrow and The Flash, she will play the live action version of her. Which I do believe that's the first time ever that a character that voices someone is also the live action version of that person, which I thought was pretty cool. And just to wrap it all up, I thought it was good. It wasn't really good or the best, but it wasn't, like, super terrible. I understand what they're trying to do, with Vixen as a character, building her up as fast as they can, giving us a story as fast as they can, and then move along with their days. But those are just my thoughts on this first episode of Vixen. Let me know yours down in the comments below. And let me know if you're going to keep on watching week to week, or you're just going to wait until, like, these next 5 weeks are over and just, just watch it all in one bunch, because it's only 30 minutes anyway. But yeah, with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the review. Thank you for watching. I truly do appreciate it. And I'll see you guys all next time. So until then, bye-bye.